The 2022 Russian-Ukraine conflict stands as a pivotal geopolitical event in the new decade. This presentation offers a comprehensive analysis of the historical context, key events and roles of international players like the US, EU, and NATO. We'll explore Russia's motivations, the conflict's consequences on Ukraine, its citizens and global politics, media's role in shaping opinions, diplomatic efforts, potential resolutions, and the long-term implications of the 2022 conflict. The Russia-Ukraine relationship dates back to the Soviet era, sharing close cultural, historical, and linguistic ties. Ukraine gained independence in 1991 and pursued political and economic reforms, seeking closer ties with the West. Russia disapproved, viewing Ukraine as a buffer zone. Tensions escalated in the 2000s, culminating in the 2013 to 2014 Euromaidan protests, Crimea's annexation, and the ongoing conflict in eastern Ukraine, shaping their current relationship. Key events leading to the 2022 Russian-Ukraine conflict include the buildup of Russian military forces along the Ukraine border in 2021, escalating international concern. Despite warnings, Russia continued amassing troops. The assassination of separatist leader Alexander Zakharchenko in August 2021 heightened tensions. The failed Minsk peace talks in November 2021 exemplified diplomacy's shortcomings, ultimately leading to Russia's full-scale invasion in early 2022. The US, EU, and NATO have played crucial roles in the 2022 Russian-Ukraine conflict, offering financial, military, and diplomatic support. They've imposed economic sanctions on Russia and bolstered their presence in Eastern Europe. However, critics argue that these measures have been insufficient in deterring Russia and preventing the escalation of violence. Russia's invasion of Ukraine is driven by multiple factors: asserting regional influence and countering Western encroachment, consolidating domestic power as Putin faces declining approval ratings and dissatisfaction, and gaining economic leverage as Ukraine is a key transit country for Russian gas exports to Europe, allowing Russia to control its energy sector and negotiate with Europe. The 2022 Russian-Ukraine conflict has severely impacted Ukraine and its citizens, causing loss of life, displacement, infrastructure damage, and economic struggles like energy crisis and inflation. In addition, the humanitarian situation is dire, with limited access to necessities like food, water, and medical care. The conflict has also affected Ukraine's political stability, increasing pressure on the government to address the crisis and ensure citizens' safety. The 2022 Russian-Ukraine conflict has significant implications for global politics and security, straining Russia-West relations and raising concerns about NATO's future and international conflict resolution. In addition, the conflict highlights the importance of energy security and the need to diversify sources, as Europe's reliance on Russian gas exports has been a significant factor, prompting countries to reduce dependence on Russia. Media coverage of the 2022 Russian-Ukraine conflict has been extensive, shaping public opinion and influencing the international response. However, it faces criticism for potential bias, sensationalism, and the spread of disinformation and propaganda. Russia and Ukraine have been accused of using these tactics to shape public opinion and advance their respective agendas. Diplomatic efforts to resolve the 2022 Russian-Ukraine conflict, involving talks between Russia, Ukraine, and international mediators, have yet to yield a lasting resolution. Potential solutions include a ceasefire, Russian troop withdrawal, a UN peacekeeping mission, and political negotiations. However, a lasting resolution demands cooperation from all parties, with a likely lengthy and challenging road ahead. The 2022 Russian-Ukraine conflict's long-term implications are significant, highlighting international relations' fragility and potential for rapid escalation. It raises questions about democracy and human rights in Ukraine and the wider region. The conflict's impact on global politics and security may last for years, potentially causing further destabilization. It underscores the need for greater cooperation, dialogue, and peaceful diplomatic conflict resolutions. The 2022 Russian-Ukraine conflict is a significant geopolitical event with far-reaching implications for all involved. The complex conflict has severely impacted Ukraine and its citizens and affected global politics and security. A lasting resolution remains elusive, but the long-term implications emphasize the importance of peaceful diplomatic solutions and increased cooperation and dialogue between Russia and the West.